welcome back to Farming Simulator, and I'm going to do a bit of a random one today. So there are a whole load of engine prefabs that get released on Mod Hub, and I was chatting to the guys on Discord and someone asked, how do you install them? Is there a tutorial? And so here it is. And so this is a PC only thing because you have to edit the mod, and it's something that you have to do in Notepad++ pretty much, and 7-zip. So it's not too difficult, but if you're not comfortable with those things, you know, maybe ask someone for help or something. I don't know. Any tractor that you're going to edit, back it up first. Yeah, and if you are going to change the engine sounds on these tractors, don't re-upload them anywhere thinking that you're a modder. You're not. You know, obviously these edits are for private use, so use them responsibly, respect other modders. The prefabs are available if you download and use. They are available for modders to download and use in mods, but you downloading someone else's mod, adding an engine prefab to it, does not make you a modder. Got it? Right, let's just have a... So I've downloaded this voucher. Actually, it sounds quite nice. I think that sounds pretty good actually as standard. You know, it's got a bit of heft to it. But this one's just had a little bit of turbo whine there. Yeah, yep. There's a little bit of turbo noise there. So, there's a whole load of them on there. Go and have a look and a play. I'm going to show you how to install a couple in some different tractors, just to give you an idea, and then, you know, go crazy. So let's jump out to the desktop and have a look at how we do this. I guess your first question might be, where do you get these from? So you want to go to the Mod Hub website to find them, not the in-game Mod Hub. You can't use prefabs in-game. So go to the Mod Hub website. You know, like what prompted the video is there are some that were released today, so they're on the front page. So you've got the this is the one that I added in, I think. So it's a 6-cylinder open pipe. There were a few to download. To download them, you just click on them, click download prefab. While you're there, if you like it, give it a rating. So you can't rate them in game either. As it said, this is not a mod. This is an object. It says to build into maps, but in this case, it's to build into vehicles. So if you want to find more, just click on prefab at the top and just scroll them in. The list is not massive. You could probably search for engine sound or sound, but I found just scrolling through it works fine. So we've got some sounds for some forage harvesters there. Fence sounds. I'm going to add in some fence sounds. There's a really nice pack actually of fence sounds, which so you got loads. You got loads to pick from. I think some of them are people who, I'm assuming, are people who have access to or have the actual tractors, and then they can create the engine sounds from them. So there's a video of this one. There's videos on some of them so you can hear the sounds before you do it. I'm not going to play the video because it's someone else's YouTube video, but you got sounds for some nice ranges of tractors, and we're going to add some of these into some tractors. So yeah, you just download them, and then they'll be in your downloads folder on your computer. So you go grab them and copy them into your mods folder. So I'm not going to show you copying them from where you downloaded them to on your computer, probably your downloads folder into your mods folder. If you can't do that step, this probably isn't for you. Okay. So what you'll end up with is I've got some tractors, and I've got this, all of the prefabs end in _prefab. So we've got that 6-cylinder open pipe. That was the one that I'd added to the voucher. We've got the fence barrier 1000 sound. We've got the fence sound pack. I've got a couple of tractors to have a play with, and we've got that Yamaz turbo. And the first thing you probably want to do is unzip the prefabs. And I would also unzip the tractor you want to edit. If you want to keep the original, you could do what I've done and rename it. So I'll show you as we go through actually. So I'm actually going to delete this one. That's the one I've edited, and that's the unzipped one. So this is probably as you would come in, assuming you've copied them all into. Do it in a temporary mods folder as well. You know, in case you screw up, you're going to want 7-zip. I'll try and remember to include a link for that. So right click, 7-zip, extract to folder name. Obviously, they will be different for each of the different engine sounds. I'm going to extract them all just so we can have a quick look at them. And I'm deleting the zipped version because I don't really need to keep it. So there we go. So that's all of the prefabs unzipped. So if we go in them now, you'll see there is, some of them have instructions, some don't. But basically what you want is this folder, this sounds folder. There'll be a sounds folder and there'll be an XML file in there. What we need to do is update the XML for the tractor to look at that. And that's all you need to do. So if we go into one of the others, so this one's got a README. So this is the Fent Vario 1000 one. This has got instructions. So to use the sounds, you drag the sounds folder files into your mod, and then you adjust the sound XML path in the vehicle XML. And I'm going to show you how to do that, so don't worry about that. The Fent pack, there's obviously more of them. So you'd have to pick one. And then again, you've got an XML file and you've got a sound file. So for this one, it's a bit more complicated. So I'll show you how to do one of these as well. And then I've got 3 tractors. So I've got that Valtra. I'll go through editing that again. I've got a New Holland. I thought that'd be a nice candidate for adding some cool sounds to. And I've got Giants John Deere 5M. So again, I'm going to unzip all of these. So again, right, and I'll show you how to rezip them, but it's easier to do them unzipped. So right click, 7-zip, extract. And obviously your mod will have a different name, so the folder names will be different, but the process is going to be the same. I'm showing you on different tractors and different sound packs so you can see what happens. I'm going to, if you want to keep the original, move them somewhere else. I'm just going to delete them because I don't need them. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename the folder with the engine that I'm adding. So the little John Deere, we're going to give a 6-cylinder open. Okay. So let's go and have a look in here, and you'll see in here, I don't like that view. So we're going to go to details view. We've got a whole bunch of stuff that you can ignore. And there's a sounds folder. Okay. And the reason I'm told you to take a backup is my recommendation is to delete that folder, go up to the prefab of the sound you want to copy. So in this case, we're going to give it the 6-cylinder one. Right click on the sounds there and do copy. Take it back into the module editing and do paste. So then if we go into this folder and just you want to get the name of the file. So either make a note of, if you click once on the file name, left click once on the file name, sort of in the middle of the file, and then click again, it will highlight it like that. You can then select it using the left mouse button and press Control-C to copy it. If you're not comfortable doing that, just write down what it is, or remember what it is, or have it on the screen. Okay, but we need that file name. Go back up to where all of the information is. Some mods will be structured differently, but you then want to find the tractor's XML file. So we'll open that up. Got that open in Notepad++. Going to get rid of all of those because we don't need to see all of those. And what I would do is where you've got name, I would type in a name to give you an idea. So this is going to be open pipe. Okay, so it's easier to find. Renaming the folder, and I'm going to show you how to rename the mod as well in a second, will also help with that. But what you then want to do is scroll down and find the sound file. So bit scrolling, the other ones I found really quickly. So if you've seen it already, let me know, obviously. The other thing we can do if I don't see it easily is we can search for it. So what we can do is Control F and we can do sound. There we go. No. Next. Next. There we go. Sounds. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace this file name with the file name for our new engine. I copied it so I can just paste it. If you wrote it down, type it in, whatever, make sure that you spell it right and that you've got the speech marks around each end, that you've still got the slash there. Any mistakes that you make with that will stop things loading. You'll be able to see that in your log file. So, and then if you want to, you can adjust the volume so you can make it louder if you want or not. And that's if you've got a tractor that's too loud in game, you could adjust it here as well. What we're going to do then is we're going to do Control S to save it. And then I would go into the mod desk and go to the name here. And again, I'm just going to add open pipe onto the end. Control S to save it, and we're pretty much done. What I would do at this point is Control A to select all the files, right click on the highlighted bit, 7-zip, and add to .zip. Obviously your file name will be different. I would then do Control X to cut that and paste that back up here. And then personally, I'm going to delete that. Okay, so that's the first one done. We'll then have a look. I've got the New Holland here. Maybe we'll make that sound like a Fent 1000. Yeah. So we'll go into the New Holland folder. So I prefer details view just because that's how I am. We'll go into sounds and say we've got the same sort of thing. So all that stuff. Okay. Doesn't matter about the detail. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to delete the sounds folder. Go back up to our Fent Vario in this case, or whatever you've downloaded. Actually, maybe we won't do the Fent. Maybe we'll do the Yamaz Turbo. So again, we've got a sounds.xml. Yep, that looks about right. So we're going to copy the directory. It's called eSounds this time, which is going to be a bit different. So probably a good thing. We will paste that in. Go into this folder and again, either make a note of the file name of whatever the prefab is that you're doing, or do the click and then click again, select it all and copy. We'll then go into the tractor XML. I'm going to rename it to just put new engine. And we're going to find the sounds file and paste in the new one. But remember, the folder name is different for this one. So we also need to update the folder name. And that is E. I don't know if this is case sensitive. Sorry, I haven't checked this one. This is a new one for me. So that's what it is. So we'll see if that works okay or not. If not, we'll do some fault finding. So again, save it, close it, go into the mod desk, and we're just going to add on the end there, new engine. And I'm going to reiterate, if you do this, don't upload them anywhere. You haven't made a new mod. I am just using this random selection of tractors to demonstrate how to do it. Okay. So that's updated. Again, Control A to select all the files, right click on one of the highlighted bits, go into 7-zip and add to zip. We're then going to do Control X to cut the zip and paste it back into the mods folder. You don't need to do this last step. It's just neater. And particularly if you're doing any sort of multiplayer or anything, you need them to be zipped. And then we've got the Valtra again. We'll pick one out of the Fent pack actually. So we're going to do I did say I would show you how to rename it. So I renamed that one. I didn't rename this one. Well, it doesn't matter. So let's do this one again. So we'll do Fent engine. So we're going here again. Again, we've got a sounds folder. So we are going to do the same thing. We're going to delete the sounds folder. We're going to go into our Fent sound pack. We're going to go in and this one is a bit different, actually. I shouldn't have deleted the sounds folder, so we're going to go back in here. I'm going to undo that. Control-Z will bring that back, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go into our Fent sound pack, into sounds. We're going to pick a tractor. I'm going to go for the Farmer 100S. We're going to copy the files, okay? So select them, Control-C to copy. We're going to go back up to the mods folder, into the Vulture folder, into sounds, and paste them in. We're then going to get the file name, write it down, whatever, farmer100.xml. Okay, we're then going to go into the, there's two XMLs in this one because there's two tractors. So we'll just do FE for Fent Engine. Go to the sounds file, paste in the new one. Again, make sure you keep the slash, make sure you've got the quotation marks. If you forget those, things will look a bit weird. So if you accidentally delete one, things will go a bit funky. So just put it back in. Notepad+ is really good for this because it helps, because it highlights all the text. So we'll save that. We'll close it. We'll do both. So we'll do the T0 non-FL. Be on the end. And we could give this a different sound, but I'm just going to give it the same one. So there we go. Let's save that and close it. We'll go into the mod desk again, and we'll just make a note on FE, and we'll see these in game as well. So then right click, okay, click, Control A, right click, 7-zip, add to .zip. Select the zip file, Control X to cut it, Control V to paste it, and then delete your directory you've edited. The game will be unhappy that you've got prefab folders in there. So once you've finished with them, move them out of the way, delete them, whatever. Let's reload the game and see if things have worked. So my first mistake was in the file naming. You cannot have those dashes in there. So let's remove those and we'll try again. See, you are learning with me. This is what happens when I have 75% of an idea of how to make a tutorial and someone said, can you do it? So I crack on. So the first thing you want to check is that your mods you've edited have appeared. So we've got the 5M open pipe, the New Holland with the new engine, and the Vulture FE. So that's a good step. If they don't, go open up your log file and it'll probably tell you what's wrong. It did for me with those ones with the dash in the file name. So let's load into the game and have a listen to it. Okay. So we're up at the store on Elm Creek, and if we go in now, I need to find where they all are in the selection of mods. I think the 5M is a small tractor, so we'll go there first. There we go, and the New Holland is as well. So, and you can see there the new, so you've got the new mod name, so that comes from the folder, the mod name at the bottom, and then the name in here is from what we put in to the XML for the tractor. So we go in now, we can, I'm just going to lease them because I don't have silly amounts of cash, but we'll grab both of these. And then I think if we go into medium tractors, we'll find the Vulture. There we go. And you can see we've got the FE there that I added on for Fent Engine. So these will all sound in some way different or not. So, I mean, you know, let's just... So I don't know if you guys remember how this sounded before, but definitely sounds different. Obviously, no turbo whine that we had before. Pretty nice sound. I'm going to try and have boosted the game audio up quite a bit in this, so if my voice is hard to hear at some points, deal with it. So let's try the New Holland. That's an engine. Obviously, I think that's a truck engine that we've put in it, but you know, it does sound quite good. And then this has got the open pipe that we had on the Valtra earlier, so she sounds throaty. That sounds quite good. Does sound quite good. That is making me grin. So, a couple of things. That's very nice. Obviously, it doesn't change the performance of the tractor. You're just changing the sounds. So, you know, that changing the performance is a whole more in-depth thing that I'm not going to cover here. I'm going to say it again because I'm paranoid about it. You just adding a new engine sound doesn't mean you can re-upload these things as your own mods. Okay. I'm going to say again as well, before you start editing a tractor, take a copy of it. Make sure you know where you downloaded it from. Put a spare copy somewhere else, and do this in a separate mods folder, and do it in a separate save. Don't do it in the save that you're playing in, you know, just in case you screw things up. And have fun with it. You know, there are so many sounds on there. Make it sound like you want. You know, we've got a New Holland 8340 here with an Eastern European truck engine in it. You know, if that's how you want your tractor to sound, have your tractor sound like that. So if you load into the game and the tractor's not there to select in the mod selection screen, go out to your log file. That's the log file's in the folder where your mods folder is. Have a look for errors. That will probably tell you what you've done wrong, hopefully. It's going to be one of these things where if you screw it up, it's really hard for me to give you tips to fix it other than go and try again. You could try asking on my Discord, asking the one of the help sections. There's a few people there along with me that might be able to give you a helping hand. And yeah, if you found this useful, then think about subscribing. Also click the like button. Any comments, questions or suggestions, stick them below, and yeah, enjoy.